In this video, we'll be looking at the Sea to Summit Tech Towel, which is one of the 10 best camping towels that I review on this channel. I'll be unboxing and testing the Tech Towel against dirt, sand, and seawater. I will also give you a breakdown of its key features, such as absorbency, quick drying abilities, material, and more. Let's get right into it. Here's the Sea to Summit Tech Towel. I bought this from a local retailer on sale and paid about $20 for the large size, though I think the usual retail price is about $30. And with that, let's get into the unboxing. So, what do you get when you buy a Sea to Summit Tech Towel? You get a storage pouch, the Tech Towel, and an instruction manual. Here are the Tech Towel's official specs for a large. I didn't really think that these were accurate though, so I'll just give you my personal measurements right now. Length 47.75 inches or 121 cm, width 23 inches or 58 cm. Weight of towel, 9.2 ounces or 260 grams. Weight of storage pouch, 2.05 ounces or 58 grams. Pack size, 8 by 5 by 3 inches or 20 by 13 by 8 cm. The Tech Towel is made of 70% polyester and 30% nylon and is made in China. The Tech Towel has a hanging loop, so you can hang it on a hook at home, on a clothesline in the outdoors, or even on your pack when you're hiking. You can also just hang it on a tree to dry without the loop. And if you're at home, it is machine washable. The storage pouch is zippered, made of soft EVA, and also comes with a hanging loop, so you can use a carabiner to hang it outside your pack. The Tech Towel is also marketed to be super absorbent, fast drying, and luxurious. Is it though? Let's test it to find out. To test absorbency, I measured the amount of water in this bucket, soaked the Sea to Summit Tech Towel, and measured whatever water was left. So essentially, the Tech Towel absorbed 1090 ml of water. As it weighs 260 grams, total absorbency is 1090 divided by 260, which is about 4.2 times. I also performed the same test on a similar size cotton bath towel, which absorbed 1100 ml of water and has a lower absorbency of 3.26 times. So although the Tech Towel is more lightweight, it beats the cotton towel in terms of absorbency. After soaking the Sea to Summit Tech Towel, I wringed out as much water as possible. Here's the Tech Towel before wringing and after wringing. After wringing, the Tech Towel weighed 568 grams or 20 ounces. This means that 28% of water was left. As for the cotton towel, it weighed 842 grams or 29.7 ounces after wringing, and 46% of water was left. Although both towels were about the same weight and size, the Tech Towel was significantly better at wringing water out. If you enjoyed what you've seen so far, please hit that like button as it will really help me to produce more content like this for you. Thank you. After wringing, I left both the Tech Towel and the cotton towel to dry outdoors. The Tech Towel started off at 568 grams or 20 ounces and dried completely in about 1 hour and 40 minutes. On the other hand, the cotton towel took 2 hours and 15 minutes to dry. When left indoors to dry after wringing, the Tech Towel took 18.5 hours to dry completely, while the cotton towel took 27 hours. Here's a summary of the outdoor and indoor timings for this drying test. The Tech Towel wringed out much better than the cotton towel, so it dried more quickly. For this next drying test, I measured 100 ml or 3.4 fluid ounces of water for the Sea to Summit Tech Towel and also for the cotton towel, and left both to dry outdoors. This is to make sure that both towels absorb the same amount of water. The Tech Towel started off at 360 grams or 12.7 ounces and dried completely in about 45 minutes, while the cotton towel took 40 minutes to dry. When left indoors, the tech towel took 7.5 hours to dry completely, while the cotton towel took 7 hours. Here's a summary of the outdoor and indoor timings for this 100 ml drying test, which shows that the tech towel actually dries slower than the cotton towel. I soaked both the Sea to Summit tech towel and the cotton towel in seawater, wringed up whatever I could, then sealed both in separate plastic bags. At the 2-day mark, the tech towel had a somewhat strong, sour smell, which was not pleasant, but was still bearable. In contrast, the cotton towel smelled even more sour and even more unpleasant. At the 4-day mark, the tech towel somehow smelled less sour and a little more pleasant, while the cotton towel started smelling like food that had gone bad. I also checked for mold, and there wasn't any. I did the same 96-hour test after showering as well, and found that the tech towel had a somewhat light, musky smell, while the cotton towel smelled muskier. For this grass and dirt test, I dragged both the Sea to Summit tech towel and the cotton towel along some grass and stepped on them. The tech towel picked up a whole bunch of grass and leaves. Even after shaking the towel, there was still a little bit left. The cotton towel picked up much less dirt, which I thought came off easily, but after getting home, I noticed some dirt was still stuck to it. For this test, both towels didn't do very well. For the sand test, I covered both the Sea to Summit tech towel and the cotton towel with sand. Sand did stick to the tech towel, and even after shaking, there was still some sand left over. Sand also stuck to the cotton towel, but shaking it did the job. The cotton towel did better than the tech towel for this test. It might have performed better than you expected because it's not fluffy and has short piles. The Sea to Summit tech towel weighs 260 grams or 9.2 ounces, whereas a similar sized non-fluffy cotton towel weighs 337 grams or 11.9 ounces. The tech towel is also more compact. Here's what it looked like beside the cotton towel from the side and also from the top. For further comparison, here's what the tech towel looks like beside a 16-ounce and a 32-ounce Nalgene bottle from the side and also from the top. Both the tech towel and its storage pouch come with hanging loops for easy carry and drying, and you never have to worry about the towel dragging on the floor. To fold the tech towel, first fold it in thirds, then half it again, then roll it up and squeeze it back into the pouch. You can also just stuff it back into the pouch without folding, though it might be a tight fit. The Sea to Summit tech towel might be the softest and least stiff camping towel that I've got. It doesn't stick to your skin that much, so you can wipe instead of patting down. The tech towel also has a luxurious feel, and overall, it's a comfortable camping towel. As for quality, the stitching doesn't seem tight and has started to fray after a few months of usage. I also noticed a little bit of material coming apart. After 4 months, the tech towel lost about 1% of its original weight. Also, the lime green color tends to bleed a little bit when washed. The hanging loop is useful and secure, while the storage pouch is of good quality with smooth zippers. The downside here is that the pouch isn't very compressible and is a little bit heavy. So, while the tech towel is a comfortable towel, the quality might be a little lacking. I read the reviews on Amazon, and here's what I found. Positive reviews said that the Sea to Summit tech towel is comfortable, fluffy, and super absorbent. From my experience, I found that while the tech towel is more comfortable than the average camping towel, it is not the most comfortable one. Similarly, it is very absorbent, but again, not the most absorbent one. On the other hand, negative reviews have said that it doesn't dry quickly, it bleeds, and is expensive. I agree with these points. For my testing, the tech towel took longer to dry than my cotton towel. It doesn't bleed a lot, but there's definitely a little bleeding even after washing it a few times. So, what are my personal pros and cons for the Sea to Summit tech towel? Pros: the tech towel is one of the few camping towels with an absorbency of over 4 times and wrings out 72% of the water it absorbs. It is also a decently comfortable camping towel. However, for cons, the tech towel dried slower than my cotton towel and is my slowest drying camping towel. It doesn't fare well against grass, dirt, and sand and tends to pick up odors. Also, the material sheds and has started to fray, so I'm not convinced as to its quality as well. And being one of the more expensive towels, I find it's quite overpriced. Would I recommend the Sea to Summit Tech Towel? To sum this up really quickly, no, I would not. As much as I love Sea to Summit and I have a lot of their products, the Tech Towel was a disappointment. Compared to a regular cotton towel, the Tech Towel dries slower and picks up more dirt. Compared to other camping towels that I bought, the Tech Towel is one of the worst smelling, and I don't like the fact that the material has started coming apart after just a few months. At the same time, I'll admit that the Tech Towel is one of the most absorbent towels, one of the best at wringing water out, and is pretty comfortable. However, there are other camping towels out there on the market that are more absorbent, equally good at wringing water out, and much, much more comfortable. Clearly, the cons outweigh the pros here, and the price tag makes it even more unattractive. In that case, which is the best camping towel that I recommend? Here's a video where I bought 10 of the best camping towels on the market, tested them rigorously, and gave all my recommendations. If you enjoyed this review, I'm sure you would love that video too. If you prefer reading over watching, please visit my website at campingguidance.com where you can find all this info as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.